without question on Sarah Palin, who I think is a condensation of what has happened to American politics, which is that it has become a creation of the American media. Originally, American politics existed and were observed by journalists and then by visual media. Then they were influenced by journalists and visual media. Now, this is the first case where the creation of a candidate has been affected. That is to say, why was she chosen to be on the ticket? Because she is able to deliver a speech that somebody else wrote for her, and because she's an attractive woman who is not so good looking that she takes you away from thinking about whether or not you might want to spend the night with her. Or if you're a woman, also whether you might want to spend the night with her, but alternatively whether you might want to look like her. So that absurdly irrelevant set of criteria is now enough to say, here's a person who should be considered as president. Because if you say vice president, it's also president. And the other fascinating thing about it is she was clearly chosen because she is everything John McCain isn't. Well, what are you saying when you're presenting someone to be president? You're saying he should be president because of who he is. Then why are you saying, and here's a vice president who has none of those qualities? I thought you just said, these are the qualities you want in a president, and John McCain has them. Well, if those are the qualities you want in a president, why do you want someone to take over in case he dies who doesn't have any of those qualities? It's absolutely absurd, and yet no one has pointed that out. And it's because we accept media creation of a candidate. So I think Obama was the sort of superficial answer to that question. Let's look at this new phenomenon in American politics as a representative of what's happening. But she puts him to shame in that category because she's a completely artificial, constructed candidate. It's almost like another version of Being There, that Hal Ashby movie with Peter Sellers, where you have a totally empty president. She would be not an empty vessel, she would be a vessel so concocted that you would forget she was empty. It would just be that the concoction was the vessel. And you'd say, well, it can't be empty because it's so out there. Anyway, I think it's going to be interesting to see how hideously stupid the American public is. I mean, are they actually capable of saying this woman should be a heartbeat away from the presidency? I would almost say, let's just get it over with and say yes. In fact, let's reverse the ticket and let John McCain be vice president. And let's just say, let's go all the way with this. And let's see what happens if you push it over the hill and see what kind of crash we get. Instead of just teetering on the brink, let's just get it over with and see what happens in the aftermath if we're still around.